Hey everybody, I'm Dave Latham. I'm here with Dr. Mark Horne, and we're here at PCA General Assembly, and just wanted to take a few moments just to get to know Mark and his kind of role and relationship with BTS. And so, Mark, I'd love to hear, what's your history with BTS? What do you currently do in ministry?
Mm-hmm.
What are you currently doing with BTS? Just kind of fill us in.
Right. So currently I'm the teaching pastor at Andrews Presbyterian Church in Andrews, South Carolina.
Okay.
And I'm the study clerk of BTS Presbyterian.
Okay.
And we have a counseling center in our church called Billy Rufus Counseling Center. So we have that going on, and that I kind of direct, and then I'm a professor with you guys.
Yeah.
So,
do you find time to sleep? Yeah,
I do. I joke with my friends. It's time management.
Yes,
time
so
management.
it is. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, you've got a relationship with BTS.
I do.
Tell me about that.
Okay. Well, it started 6 years ago here at General Assembly. I was walking the aisles, and President Reeder pulled me to the side and said he knew what I was doing, and said, "You want to consider our D-Men program?" Sure. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that.
Let me guess, he talked you into it.
Yeah, and he did. He did. And so, like 2 weeks later, he called me, had Dr. Thad James on the phone, and from there it's history.
So you got the full court press.
I did.
That's amazing.
I did. It's been a great experience.
And so you finished the D-Men in biblical counseling.
I did. Yes.
And then, how did that translate into kind of what you're doing now?
Okay, so I've been in ministry for 25 years, and about year 7 into my first calling. Let me back up. Harry Reeder made a huge impression on me in seminary, and after hearing him reading to Embers to a Flame, I knew the Lord was calling me into church revitalization. And so from there, about 7 years into my first revitalization work, the Lord just started sending me people to counsel. And so that just kind of happened through my next revitalization
just kind of organically
work.
Just kind of happened,
And then the Lord sent me into a church planting situation. The Lord still sending me people to counsel. So after President Reeder heard that, he was like, "Man, have you considered our biblical counseling track?" And I was like, so my whole D-Men path was incorporating biblical counseling into church revitalization. And so that's what I did.
Yeah.
That was my whole research.
And then now, I mean, you obviously have, worked on your D-Men at BTS and biblical counseling. You're doing counseling now.
Right.
But
in my third revitalization work.
Yeah, which is amazing.
So my dissertation, I created a biblical counseling paradigm that you could insert into, say, Dr. Reeder's Embers to a Fire lampstand paradigm.
Yeah.
So
you could kind of reproduce it and other churches could use it.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do? Do you teach with BTS?
I do teach with BTS.
So tell us about that. What do you teach?
So I teach counseling classes mostly. I do have some theological background as well. So I've taught 1 or 2 theology courses, but they primarily get me to do biblical counseling. And for the past year, I've been the supervisor over the biblical counseling students that's coming through the D-Men process.
That's great.
So I get to work with, right now, all the students who are going through their D-Men in biblical counseling.
That's fantastic.
Helping them to put their dissertation.
Sure, right. As a guy who's been there, done that, right? That's definitely helpful. What's been your kind of like experience with the BTS students? Do you find them to be, sharp and engaging, and what's been your overall just kind of take on BTS?
Absolutely. From the counseling classes that I've taught in the master's program to the D-Men students, they have all been just super men and women, just sharp, works hard. And I just can't say enough about it. Have positive attitudes. It's been a really big thing.
And do you feel like you've got, you have good interaction? Because a lot of our D-Men classes are live video conference.
Yes.
And so you're teaching classes and everybody's not there.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, even though that delivery method is, a little bit different from your traditional kind of brick and mortar seminary, do you still feel like students have a lot of time to interact with each other and with you?
Yes. And so I'm going to answer your question from two perspectives. One from a student perspective. When I came through, my cohort was wonderful. The four of us, as far as the biblical counseling cohort, but even the extension with the other guys in the other tracks, we just formed a wonderful friendship.
We hear that a lot with the cohorts.
And helped each other. We would even meet off, at other times during the week online with each other to run things by each other. And so putting on the other hat of my professor, that's what I've encouraged these other cohorts to do, because it works so well for us. And we really bond. In fact,
just to kind of carry the dialogue on even throughout the week outside of class, just to keep applying.
So, like Dr. Eric McDaniel's here, and I mean, when we see each other, it's nothing but hugs. It's just that kind of a friendship, a brotherhood. So we have that. I encourage that. Also, as far as engaging with me, one of the things that I love is the flexibility of the video conferences, because just like I did and with my other students, if they can't make it that night, we record the sessions.
Because sometimes life happens.
That's right. And they can watch it the next day. We can, get together, they and I, and we can just move on from there. So it's a flexible process where we just, work with the students. My professors did it with us, and I just carry on the tradition.
Yeah, we've heard that a lot from people that we, and I tell students when they're considering BTS that we try our best not to punish you for life happening.
Right.
That we try to be reasonable and flexible and try to accommodate as best we can. Because we understand that a lot of our students, they work, they have families, they have other things going on, other ministry responsibilities. And so we understand that just providentially, sometimes life happens.
That's right.
And so that's good to hear that that's been your experience just with students in your own classes, that, they still have the ability to interact with each other, interact with the material, but if life happens, they can get caught up pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
Now, we might have a student who is watching this video now who might be considering seminary, might be considering BTS versus maybe RTS or Covenant or some of these other seminaries that they might be weighing the options out, which is great. That's all part of the process. What advice, counsel, encouragement would you give to a prospective student who's watching this right now who might be considering BTS?
Okay. First of all, consider your work schedule. That was number one on my list. How flexible could that seminary be? And of course, President Reader was, and even Dr. James was like, we'll work with you. But
as you said, time management. Right.
That was extremely important, and it worked very well for me. So if you want to come to a seminary that will be flexible with you and your work schedule and your life happening, we're certainly the seminary for you. The second thing was cost.
Yes.
It was, so I want, you asked for encouragement and advice.
Sure.
BTS has great scholarships. I took advantage of that 2 of my semesters because I had 2 children in college myself.
Oh gosh, yes.
So my kids,
Every
2 of my
counts.
kids and me were in school. And so so for 2 semesters, I took advantage of the scholarship.
Sure.
And I'll just say I got through my DMin, through my DMin program under $6,000.
Which is incredible.
Incredible. That's unheard of.
And I know we work really hard, and you know this very well. We work really hard at BTS to try to keep our costs down.
Yes.
Because we just feel like it's a good use of the money that God has entrusted us to steward, to be able to pass those savings along to our students. So there's a lot of things that we kind of go without. Like, we don't have a fancy coffee shop, and we don't have a fancy, bookstore and all this kind of stuff. But what we do offer is really affordable tuition.
Yes.
And we think that that is a nice trade-off for students, that you can go to the fancy coffee shop in your hometown that you like already. We're not going to make you pay for us to build one.
Right.
And because we want to get you through seminary and not be under the burden of a pile of debt.
Right.
We want you to be able to finish your degree and then hit the ground running.
Yes, yes. And I want to add something that was gravy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't consider coming in, but just made it all that more enjoyable, was the top-notch staff that we have. I mean, when you can get a seminary education with the cost that we have, and you get Dr. Howard Irick, who was right there with Jay Adams in the beginning.
Decades of experience.
Fred Greco. Perkins.
Derek Bright.
I mean,
the list goes on.
On and on.
Yeah.
And you get those guys for the cost that we get them. Man,
it's kind of a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer
in my mind.
Yes.
I went to a traditional brick-and-mortar seminary in there, who I loved, and I'm very thankful for them. But also at the same time, it's expensive.
Right.
And in my mind, sometimes I'm just like, man, I wish I had checked out BTS earlier.
Right.
Well, but I have been really encouraged by the stories that I've been hearing of, especially people that they think that traditional seminary is kind of out of reach for them.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to move. Because they're happy, their family's settled, the school stuff might be situated for them. They're really wrestling with, I really want to get a seminary education, but it just feels out of reach.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite parts of my job as an admissions guy is to be able to look at them and go, you can actually do this.
Absolutely.
We can make this happen. You can stay put, your family can stay happy, you'll be able to get a great education and not go under a pile of debt. You're going to get taught from top-notch professors. Our staff is going to work really hard to try to help you out and get you all the way through the process, because we want you to help. We want to help you reach your goals and follow God's call on your life wherever He might send you. And I just think BTS does a great job with that.
Yes, and I'll tell you, it made such an impact on my life. The Lord used it in such a way. You, President Reader, others, y'all know I recruit heavily for BTS. I talk us up as much as I can. I share as much as I can on my social media stuff. I mean, I just encourage, the Lord puts people where He wants them to be.
Yes.
I just want everybody to consider us.
Yes.
At least consider us.
That's fair. That's all I'm doing. It's just saying, just at least give BTS a good look.
Yeah.
And let us at least try to explain why we think that we can give you just as great of an education as you'll find anywhere else, but also with a really personal, kind of relational touch to what we're doing.
Yes.
And that's really all we're doing, is people are trying to BTS is kind of coming out of the fog a little bit as our enrollment is way up.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of looking at people going, just at least give us a shot.
Right.
And people who have been giving us a shot, I think, have been pleasantly surprised with what they found out.
Yeah.
So that's good. Well, hey, thank you for taking a couple of minutes out of your day to come and talk with us. We're so grateful for your ministry, for the ways that you are serving BTS and our students. And it's kind of nice to talk to another South Carolina boy.
I know. It's good. I joke with people because I'm from Abbeville.
Oh yeah, I'm from Greenwood.
Yeah. So, that Abbeville, Elberton, we have our own dialect.
Oh, it is. Yeah. It's been nice to talk with you because I can completely understand you. Yeah.
Well, Dave, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for taking a few minutes out of your time. We really appreciate it.
Bye-bye.